we hearing anything? I think we might be hearing something. Are we hearing anything? Okay, I think we have audio on my voice at the very least. There's some clicking, and you should hear me in a second. Yay, okay. Let me know if you can hear the background music too, at least as long as I have main audio. That's the most important thing, although I like to have some background music on when we're sprinting, but I can fiddle with that when the sprint gets started. Sometimes the audio devices on this app like to just all reset themselves, and they change to like strange numbers rather than an actual device name, and I have to go in and be like, it's this thing, it's this. This is where we're getting sound from. Come on. Okay. Oh, and music. Okay. All right. Welcome. Hello, everyone. We've got about 6 or 7 people here, so that's great. I'm so happy to see you all. Today, if you saw some of my posts, I am doing a romance theme, so I'm trying to dress romantic. I'm not going all out with the themes, but I thought it would just be like a little bit fun to add something to the sprints. So instead of the usual magic words that we'll have at the end of the sprinting session, I'm putting up 3 different words from other languages that have some sort of romantic connotation. So I think that'll be kind of interesting. So since we're getting a late start here, I think we're probably going to jump into sprints fairly quickly, but as always, let me know what you're working on, and I will check in on the chat and type while we're sprinting. And yes, I do have a 4-legged little beast behind me over here somewhere. I had him locked up earlier. His name is June. Locked up sounds very bad. In the living room with lots of space and food and litter, because he's 6 months old and he has not yet been neutered. So he likes to jump on me and attack my head. So I'm hoping he doesn't do that, but if he does, I mean, you'll see it, and he's in my latest video too, so that just came out this morning. If you haven't watched it, go watch it after the stream. I have a really, really interesting conversation in there. I find it interesting anyway, and I think for anyone who's writing, you'll appreciate it. It was from a reading that I did October 13th with a few other writers, and it was sort of a NaNoWriMo theme where we promoted the event and just had a conversation about publishing and literature and stuff like that. So if you want to see me, Pavio, JF Dubois, Don McSweeney, hosted by Francois Valancourt, if you want to see that conversation, definitely check out my video. It's a little bit long, but I think it's worth it. A few hundred words away from daily nano goal. Excellent. Oh, these sprints will definitely help you get to the finish line for the day. Got jumped on by a dog in your stream. Oh no. How big was this dog? Hopefully not too big. That's the thing with animals. They're wonderful, but they're not the most stream friendly or video friendly. June, you'll see him in my, he's looking at me. I could see him behind me. But yeah, you'll see him at the beginning of my video when you go and watch it. Anyhow, our timer should be ready to go. We're going to do a 15-minute sprint. Start off, as always, get warmed up with a bunch of those and head into a long run. So I hope you're all ready to write, and let's get going. sprint down. As always, I did not get a ton done that time around because I was posting some little announcements and stuff. Well, it seems like a lot, but I'm doing Rebel Rimo and I'm half editing, so I got like 525 in, but it's really not that much. I'm gradually making my way to the point where I'm not half editing, half writing, and it'll all be fully new writing, but I'm not quite there yet. And I don't know if I'm looking forward to it or not. I think I am, but I mean, it's always easier like rewriting stuff. Maybe not quite as creative though. 198, 5 balls thrown for dog. Excellent, very productive. I've got June here. He keeps coming up and just sitting beside me and staring at me like, I'm gonna jump on you. Any second I'm gonna jump on you. So I try to pick him up and occupy him a little bit, but that's very difficult. 433, 300, awesome numbers. I'd say we're off to a pretty good start. How are you so soft but so bad? Dog balls count for 100 words. Yeah, there you go. We actually had the inaugural Stygian Caravan event this past Friday. If you've seen any of my announcements, if you're based in Montreal especially, and it was pretty cool. So I've been posting photos and just giving little updates, updating the website and stuff like that. It's a networking event, I guess you would call it. That's sort of widely what it is. We start off with doing readings, and then we move to a restaurant, and everyone connects. And we brought some new people in who I hadn't met before, so it was pretty cool. And after having this inaugural event, we sort of got the lay of the land and know what we need to change for next time to just sort of hone things. But we're hoping to do it every month, so it's exciting. So, where are we at? Okay, we're not too far behind. I always feel like we're behind when there's technical difficulties, and then I look at the time and we're like 2 minutes off. It's not that big a deal. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have a new channel. And if you check my community tab, I've got the link to it there. So I'm really hoping to get some subscribers from here moving over to there. I mean, not leaving this one, but also subscribing to that one. It's a place where I can post non-writing content. I know most of the people here are for writing, but if you're just sort of enjoying my general work, I'm hoping to put like skits and general film work, stuff like that. So I've got one little video up there so far. It's a trailer for a film project that I'm doing with a friend of mine that's kind of a, I always forget the proper terminology for it, but a cross-platform social media, social experiment that is leading to funding a film eventually. So I'm going to be putting the full video up on there probably in a week, so you can check out the trailer and subscribe, and then wait for the full video to come up. It's like a 19-minute thing. I just have a few more little subtitles to add on it, as well as I need to boost the sound because we didn't have mics. It's an experiment, but I think it's good and I think you'll enjoy it. It's a pretty unique project and it's quite fun. But with that, I know we are here to write, so I'm gonna get us started on our next 15-minute sprint. I hope you are all ready, so let's go. second one done. How'd everyone do? I think I got about another 500 in, which is all right. I think I have like 20 pages-ish left until I'm at totally new writing. Getting there. I don't know though if this draft is going to be finished this month. I don't know how to feel about that. I want to get my 50,000 words, but I like to actually finish the draft too. And that worked all right with Synterra during camp, but this one's a bit longer, I think. I don't know. 329, well done. But yeah, I think with Rebel Rimo, like, I said from the start that it was just gonna be like, okay, get the words in. So I just have to let the rest of it go, and next time around I'll probably be doing a full new draft and completing that, so it'll be back to normal, but I really have got to just finish this. It really is about time. 392. 133. Good words though. Yeah, that's the important part. As long as the words are good. You don't even know where you're going with your story, Marc-Andre. Oh no. Did you do any outlining or did you just jump in? I actually did not outline as much as I usually do, but that's just because of the nature of my work right now. And I was going to, I have this sponsor at the moment, Racon.com, which you can see there. 15% off with my code, by the way. But I have this sponsor and they sent me this like intensive planner and I've been using it, but not like to the extent I would for a normal draft. So I was going to show it in one of my videos. I'm like, it's not even worth showing what I have, but as I get into my next draft, I'll probably use it again because it is really awesome and super in depth, and I like having stuff that's sort of laid out for me already and I just fill in the blanks. It really helps with the pre-writing planning. What's the word? Outline. Okay, we've got a true pantser in here. Well, if you're a pantser, the thing with that is your story will guide you to where it needs to go eventually. It just might result in a bit of confusion along the way. Going to reset our timer here so we can hop into our third sprint. We're halfway through the 15-minute sprints. Hello to anyone who may have joined us since we got going. I hope you're doing well today. I hope you've had a good weekend, having a nice, relaxing Sunday. It's a bit gray, overcast here, but I like that. It looks nice. So, yeah, I guess we will get into our next sprint. 15 minutes. We've got 2 more of these to go, and then we've got a full half-hour sprint with some suggested romantic words. So, ready, set, sprint. thumbs up. This song had me totally zenned out. Sometimes there are really good ones on here. If you don't know, I actually have a massive writing playlist, which is not playing here because most of the stuff would get me copyright claimed. Not that I'm monetized at the moment, but I mean, if I ever am someday, I'd rather not have all my stuff claimed. But if you are interested in writing playlists, I have a Spotify one that has 209 songs on it right now. It's just over 19 hours long, and it's pretty good. I add to it regularly, so sometimes I'll just go through and get things suggested for it and add them in if they're good, and I've had some people say it was helpful, so I will throw the link to that in my in the comments at some point. Yes, how are your word counts? 240, 412 of 939, 60 away from goal. We're all doing very well. I think I got about another 500, but again, half editing, rewriting. 216. You had to take care of the mutant cat. Well, that's important. So this next sprint that we do is going to be our last 15-minute sprint, the fourth and final one. And after that, we'll be going into our half hour. So I like to warn people that you want to be able to sit down for the full half hour, because that's probably when you're going to get the most writing in after these sort of warm-up sprints. So if you need to get some water, get some tea, run to the washroom, get a snack, feel free to do that, you know, during this sprint, and then, or, you know, right now or right after the sprint. But if you want to take a break during this sprint, no one will fault you, so that you can get ready for the half hour. Almost at 24K. Oh, that's so good. Where am I at with my nano sprints? I'm, stats, rather. Sprats? What are words? So, yesterday I was at 21,841, so I'll be going up to like the just over 22K mark, I think. With this one, I'm really trying not to overdo it too much, like not go past par every day, because I want to be able to write every day, and I have a couple events that I really want to write at. We actually have, it's just crazy to think we're already almost at the midway point. Like it's the 12th today. There's 2 days and we're at the 15th and we'll be halfway through. It came so quickly. But I'm going to be hosting, as an ML, I'm going to be hosting our midway event, and it's at a cute local pub, and we're going to be there for like at least 3 hours. So I'm really looking forward to writing there. But I'm thinking of doing some non-nano stuff and not counting it towards my word count, just to keep writing. I've been saying this forever, but I want to get into writing short stories more. And I think that writing in a public setting is going to be the best place to get inspiration for short stories, rather than in my home, so I think that'll be a really good opportunity to do that. So you are almost at the end of what you had planned, and plot this sprint to take advantage of. Yes, definitely do it. Do it. It's a good idea. Okay, I will stop babbling and we can get into our final 15-minute sprint. So I hope you're all ready to go, either ready to write or ready to take a little snack and water drink. Hydration is very important, and I will see you back in 15 minutes. time's up. That's our fourth 15-minute sprint, the last of the 15. And we are going to be heading into our final sprint. And since I kept on top of our timing here, I think we will be able to start exactly at 3:25, which will be great. I'm going to put up our magic words, which are a bit different this time around. This time I found like 8 different words in other languages that had something sort of love related, and then I picked 3 for today that I particularly liked, and I'll try to pronounce them properly. So these are all words that we don't really have a word, like one specific word for in English, and well, the French one is a phrase. So for Greek, we have miraki, which means doing something with soul, creativity, or love. In French, we have le douleur exquise, which is, or exquise, I'm sorry. Marc-Andre can berate me for that one, which is the heartbreaking pain of wanting someone you can't have. And finally, we have Fernweh, which is German and means feeling homesick for a place you've never been to. And sorry for any brutal mispronunciations there. The German one I should know, but I am behind on my Duolingo right now. So how was the 15-minute? I hope that even if you took a break, you got some words in. Marc-Andre, you got 420. Nice. I got another like 4-ish. I'm trying to slow it down a little so I can wrap up my count for the day in our final half-hour sprint session. So I'm going to reset our timer so that it is half an hour instead of 15 minutes. Oh no, I feel a kitten behind me. Don't scratch my chair. Don't scratch my chair. He's gearing up again. He's been napping on a pile of laundry in the corner. I looked back and he was so sweet. And now he's scratching the chair, and he's currently in my lighting equipment and my internet cable, so that's great. That's exactly where I want him to be. Yeah. Yes, that's good. Not. So he'll probably be attacking my head any minute now. Our timer is ready to go. MJ, you got just under 200. Good. For anyone who needs to wrap up their word count for the day, this half-hour one should do the trick. And as always, if anyone's looking for sprints outside of my YouTube ones, I do run sprints on Discord Tuesday and Thursday, and anyone else in the server is welcome to run sprints anytime they like. We have people who sprint other than when I'm on, and we've got just over 70 people in the community there now, so it's been growing, and I'm very happy about it because everyone there is just so great and supportive and inspiring. So if you're looking for a Discord community, definitely try mine out. I know I'm tooting my own horn here, but honestly, I'm tooting the horn of everyone in the community because they are what makes it what it is, I think. So I realized I forgot to put the link for my playlist last time. I'm going to put the link for the playlist in the comments when we get started, along with my Discord server, and I'm going to paste in these words in another language so that you can take a look at them, maybe take some inspiration if you're writing something that's at all romantic in your story at the moment. But without further ado, let's get into our final sprint, which will be half an hour and end just around 3:55. Let's go. Time's up. That was a really fast half hour. I think I say that every time, but it really was this time. I finished my words for the day. I am at, what am I at now? Just adding these in. 23,405. How was that for everyone else? I see MJ got their word count in, went over in fact, and left for dinner. So I don't believe they're still watching, but thank you for joining us. I hope that the words were inspirational, if not for what you're working on right now, maybe for another project, something in the future. Sometimes I think English is the most boring language. Well, I guess we have some words like this that I just don't really give any thought to, being a native English speaker, right? Wrapping this up, I would like to just remind everyone to go watch my new video if you haven't seen it yet. There's a really great discussion in there with myself and some other Montreal authors. 791 for Marc-Andre. Awesome, just over the 21K mark. Aside from watching my video, please go subscribe to my new channel. I'm going to be posting more random creative stuff on there, and I think if you like stuff that I do, you'll probably like that too. Writing related things will find their way in for sure. It will just not be quite like literary education, you know, that sort of thing. So it is linked on my main profile, but I'll also link it in the comments. Whenever I wrap up a sprinting session, I leave the chat open for another 5 minutes or so that you can check out what I'm sharing, follow each other, stuff like that. And always feel free to share your own social pages, because it's always good for writers to follow each other and create a bit of a community. Georgina, 28,443. Nice. You are speeding to the goal here. Well, that was a lovely session. I appreciate you all joining me. If you want sprints during the week, remember to join my Discord server. The link is in the chat if you just scroll up a bit. We'll be sprinting. We won't be sprinting Tuesday this week, actually. Normally we do, but we will not be because I'm holding a midway event. So if you're in Montreal, definitely join us. We'll be at McCarroll's. There's a page for it on Facebook. If you're in the local NaNoWriMo group, you can find the link. And so next Discord sprint session will be Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, and I will be back on YouTube Saturday next week. Thank you again, and I hope that you all are having a day that is just as wonderful as you are. Bye.